Beloved friends, Namaste to all friends who are eager to listen to the class Personality Development. This class is a English version of Malayalam class we have discussed previously, and next class will be in Malayalam. This month there is only one class in English. Our class, the topic of the class is personality development, a new approach. Personality development, a new approach. And today we are discussing the word personality. What is the meaning? What is the connotation of the word personality? That is today's discussion. And I have already mentioned in the previous class, this class is based on spiritual psychology of great seers, Rishimar, Buddha, Jesus Christ, Krishna, Vyasa, Mahavira, Zarathustra, Laozi. These are the people who have realized the truth in our life. Class is based on spiritual psychology. And when I talk about spirituality, there's a complaint, not a complaint, there's a question whether spirituality and spiritual life is an escape from our life. Is it an escape from our life? No. Because spiritual psychology is the deepest psychology in the world. Upanishads, seers, all these people are dealing with the depth of our mind. They are deeply discussing our life than ordinary people, ordinary understanding about life. For example, we ordinarily believe happiness or joy. We know all living beings are running after joy. We look at a movie to get joy. We look at beautiful things to get joy. We read a beautiful poem to get joy. In all these situations, we believe joy lies in outer objects. But spiritual psychology says Ananda or joy is really within you, within us. Joy is coming from within us. There is an inner center in our personality about which we are not aware of. But the spiritual masters know. Jesus Christ says, Kingdom of God is within you. Kingdom of God is within you. The source of joy is within us, not in outer objects. If joy is in outer objects, the same thing will give joy to everybody. It is not possible. Look at a brandy bottle. It is a thing. It may give joy to some people. Some people will turn their face looking into brandy bottle. There is not a thing in the whole universe which can give joy to everybody, because joy is coming from within us. There are techniques to find joy within us. So, this is the psychology, spiritual psychology. In our life, we look into experiences. Spiritual psychology deeper psychology looks deeper into our experiences. So, spirituality is deeper than worldly life. What is worldly life? Without understanding our real center of personality, living is called worldly life. So, this is the answer to the question whether spirituality is an escape. No. Spirituality is understanding life deeply than ordinary life. Next, another question about spirituality is whether those things are true or real. This is also we have to understand. In human life, there are two kinds of inquiry and discovery. When we discover a thing, it means that thing has been already existing in this universe. We only remove the cover, so nobody can deny a discovery. For example, there is gravitational force pulling things downward. And Isaac Newton, he has discovered it is gravitation of earth, which pulls things down. Gravitation is there before discovering gravitation. Nobody can deny gravitation. One teacher in a class told the students in 1773 oxygen was discovered. We are breathing with oxygen. But Indimon was in the class. But Indimon said, "Teacher, it was we are very lucky. If I was born before oxygen was discovered, I would have died. suffocating. Breathlessly, I would have died before discovering oxygen. The child thought before discovering oxygen was not there. No. In discovery, we cannot deny things. It is only removing the wheel or cover and finding out things already existing in this universe. But this is the way of science, looking into the sense objects or things in this world and discovering things, energy, matter, atoms, all these things are discovered by scientists. The mystics are seers or great spiritual masters also are scientists. They are having a method of inquiry which is invade our personality. Scientists are looking outward, mystics or seers are looking inward. And they have discovered these things. The first thing is there is an existence, something in the center of your personality, which is beyond mind, separate from body. That center of personality is deathless. They have discovered. What that means, in Upanishads, that center is indicated by the word Satchidananda, Sat, existence, which always remains. Chit, consciousness, Bodham, Chit, Ananda, joy. All these things are coming from within. Kingdom of God is within us, not somewhere above in the sky. But we are in a habit of disbelieving great masters and believing in all kinds of lies propagated by buffoons of the world. Not buffoons. There are people who think that I know everything. God is sitting there. Heaven is there, hell is there. This much distance away from us. Everything they know. It is just foolishness because in this universe, deep things are always a mystery. Mystery, hidden thing, Nigudada in Malayalam. Our inner personality is a mystery. Only unintelligent people believe the universe is less mysterious. Really, universe is mysterious. We have to seek and find things. So, spirituality is a science and a discovery. It is the essence of religions. There are more than 300 big religions in the world. But people are not aware of the depth of religious teachings and spirituality. The word religion comes from the Latin word religare. From religare came the word religion. Religare means join, to truth. Join yoga, another word in Sanskrit. Yoga also means join to the truth. But really, religion means joining to the truth or joining to the divine power. That is the meaning of religion. And not believing in anything. We can believe in anything because the mass crowd are our gurus or masters, not Krishna, not Christ, not Muhammad. All those people are great masters. But we don't believe them, really. When we go deeper into religion, all religions, the basic teachings are the same. Only outwardly things are different. Just like there are different islands in the sea. Islands in the sea, Deepugal in the sea. In one island people are living, inhabited by people. In another island there are only animals. Another island there are only fauna and flora, animals and plants. On the surface, all these islands are different. There should be difference. When at the same time when we look deeply, all the islands are based on same earth under the sea, same soil under the sea. The difference is only in appearance or outward. So, in our class, there is no any kind of discrimination. Discrimination, vivejanam. In Malayalam. No caste discrimination, no religious discrimination, no gender discrimination, no national discrimination. Gender and national. Gender means somebody is male, somebody is female. Discrimination is foolishness. About discrimination, we will discuss more in the coming classes. Now, benefit of listening to this class or spirituality. The first benefit is in our life, for the first time, you are going to learn or understand what is spirituality. There is no understanding in the society or among the spiritual leaders and the spiritual priests. Real understanding was not there. We can see around, look around. What is saying? Somebody want to make a religion politics, religious administration, religious rule. That religion will rule the country. Religion is not a political thing. It is foolishness. It is just like saying rule of physics. Physics will rule this country. Physics is a science. It is not politics. Politics is different from science. It is just like saying rule or administration of literature, administration of poetry. That kind of foolishness is propagated all the world. They mean religion means mass or a big group of people is religion. That is, it is not. But you will first time understand what is spirituality. And second thing I have to say is, in this matter, You look around. There are animals, birds, plants, everything. They are leading a comfortable life, more peaceful life than human beings. Because they are living in the present time, not for in the future. What they are doing? They are seeking food and finding food. They are finding their mates and their reproduction. They are making nests for their houses. They are leading social life. Social life they are leading. They are accumulating things, honeybee, accumulate things. All these things are done by human beings in a more advanced way. That is all. More advanced way. What is the basic difference between human beings and other living beings? Basic difference is human beings have to seek their real personality or they have to be spiritual. That is not possible for other living beings. That is our, in Sanskrit, it is called dharma. Dharma means that which support us as human beings. That which supports us as human beings. If dharma is removed, our human quality is gone. So, spirituality is a human quality only human beings can claim. That is the benefit of listening to spiritual classes. Then we will be more happy, more peaceful, more maturity. Pakoda. Why? Because we are just leading a life imitating others blindly. We will be free from imitation and clinging to others. That is freedom. And a list cannot be given about the benefits of the spirituality. It is having eternal benefits. Now, these are the basic things I have to say. Now, we coming to the basic point of the meaning of the word personality. Really, meaning of the personality is mask. Mask. In Malayalam, Mukhavarana. Meaning of personality. From where this word has come. Before that, we are just looking into an event, episode happened in Greece. To illustrate this point, to understand this point, this episode is good. In Greece, you know, a Western country where Socrates lived, and Western culture and literature came from Greece. In Greek, there was a mystic called Diogenes. Mystic means a seer-like person, a rishi. He was a very wise man, Diogenes. He was living 300 years before Jesus Christ. 300 years before Jesus Christ. It was the time of Alexander. It was the time of Alexander's master, Aristotle. You know Aristotle? Socrates had a disciple. He was Plato. Plato's disciple is Aristotle. Aristotle taught Alexander when he was a boy. Alexander's master was Aristotle. This time, Diogenes used to wander around the area in Greece looking for a real man. He was carrying a torch in his hand. Torch does not mean batty torch. A bundle of leaves. Bundle of leaves. lit at an end, that is torch. Carrying a torch in the daylight, he will be wandering and extend the torch towards a flame of the torch, towards the face of the people, and he would say, I don't see a human being or a real person. I see only a crowd. These are part of cloud, not a real human being. And whom this man was looking for, real human being? Is it a big personality? No. The big personality of that time was Alexander the Great. What was Alexander doing? Macedonia was his country, near Greece, Macedonia. He collected people, gundas, thousands and 10,000s, and started attacking and looting other places. And he thinks he is a conqueror. And Diogenes used to say, conquering others is just foolishness. It has come an inferiority complex. Inferiority complex comes the desire to conquer others, defeat others. Really, you have to conquer your mind, conquer your life. Then you will be peaceful. If you are not peaceful, if you are always not at ease, restless, your life will be gone. Life will be unhappy. It will be a failure. So that what I want to say is, Diogenes was looking for a man like great personality like Alexander. He was not looking a good man. A good man. Aristotle was a good man, a so-called good man of that time. But Aristotle was just a philosopher, thinking about so many things, but basically without knowledge. Aristotle once defined man. He defined man. Man is a two-legged animal. When the people, the so-called pundits, cannot say something, really, they will use words and hide behind the words. Diogenes caught a bird, plucked out the feathers, and presented it to Aristotle and said, "This is man, two-legged animal." He was ridiculing, laughing at Aristotle. Whom Aristotle was looking for really? He was looking for a real man. Who is a real man? Who is an unreal man? Now, before telling that, we will come to that word personality. This word personality comes from the Greek word persona. Persona means a mask. In Greece, in ancient times, it may be thousands of years back, in drama, there was drama that time, play. The actors used to wear masks. Mask, Mukavaranam. Used to wear mask. When an actor is acting the role of a king, he will wear mask of the king. Behind that mask is his real face. That mask is called persona. Mask is called persona. Per means through. Sona means sound. Persona means sound coming through. This mask. What is mask? A covering, hiding, real face of man is mask. Persona means mask. The personality also means mask. Why is it personality becomes a mask? Why we call personality a mask? Because according to mass concept, general concept, when we look into a person, we say, what we say, that engineer died. We think engineer is his personality. Really, in life, we human beings are doing things or we are playing different roles. We are playing different roles in life. Somebody is playing the role of a teacher. Somebody is playing the role of a doctor. Somebody is playing the role of a farmer. Another person is playing the role of a laborer. And that role is not the real person in human beings. Role is not his center, and we believe this role is our personality. Human beings, when we analyze our life, two things we have to understand. One is our being, satta, which is the center of our personality, being. The second is our doing. Doing is only the circumference of our personality. The circumference is not our center, not our real face. Circumference is not our real face, it is only a mask. So, what is personality? A mask. In nowadays, there are classes discussing developing personality. That means developing our mask. These people don't know what really a personality is. Personality is a mask. In life, there are two things. Always remember our doings. Doings are creating our personality. It is not our real being or satta or the center of our personality. The center of our personality does not mean center of our body, does not mean center of our mind. It is separate from mind, separate from our body. You must have heard the word unconscious mind, subconscious mind. Listen to that word. That means we don't know what it is. Ordinarily we don't know. But that means there are so many things in our personality. The central point is what Diogenes has meant is all people he had seen in Greece were personalities, marks, no real person. Who is the real person? A man who understand he is not the personality. He had to seek and find his real personality. Such a person is the real person. For example, Socrates, he was seeking the center of human personality. Socrates was a real person. C.S. Rishimar in all countries are real personalities. One thing I want to say is CS does not mean people belong to a particular religion. Christ is a seer. Muhammad Nabi is a seer. One person asked me, is seers and rishis are Hindus? No. What was Muhammad Nabi doing? Listen to this point. He came to a cave, Hira cave, Guha. He was sitting there and meditating like Indian seers. Muhammad Nabi was a seer. But in Arabian language, they call him prophet. It's okay. Only language is different. Muhammad Nabi was a great seer, divine man. Christ was a seer. Krishna was also seer. All these people say personality is only a mask covering. When we look at the death columns in newspaper, we can see all kind of personalities. If our society does not know persons really. Now, the thing we have to deeply understand is we have to listen to the great masters and their sayings and do not listen to the so-called spiritual leaders. In all over the world, there are religious leaders, spiritual leaders. They are just pandits or scholars. There is great difference between pandits and scholars. Pandits, scholars and wise men, difference. So yes, a man who is blind, cannot see, he cannot experience light, he can collect information about light. Light has 7 colors. Sun gives light in this way and he can write a big book. But he cannot indicate where the moon stands. Why? Because he has no experience really. This is the pandits in this universe. But seers are the people who have real eyes and have seen light. That difference we have to always remember. Seers, wise men, and pandits, scholars. Unfortunately, earth is full of scholars, misleading people. There is a poem called Paradise Lost by Milton. Paradise Lost by Milton. He is a big scholar. He says, look at the sky. There's a roof above. Measure that distance and go 3 times that distance above. You will reach heaven. At the same time, there is in Western poetry T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot he says in his poem Wasteland, he says the Europe has become a wasteland, far from me, because there is no spiritual test, no spiritual enquiry. So Europe has become wasteland. He is also saying London is a unreal city. Unreal city means people are unreal. They are just personalities without knowing who they are. And in that poem, Wasteland, Eliot is quoting Upanishad, Brihadaranya Upanishad. Upanishads are the deepest psychology happened in this world. Unfortunately, we are not aware of that things. You must have about Buddha. Before that, we think we are something which we are not really are. We think. To illustrate this point, there is a small episode, small event. In Thrissur Mental Hospital, one day, our first Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru visited in Thrissur Mental Hospital. And he approached the patients there with the doctor. And he introduced himself. My friends, do you know who I am? I am India's Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. I am Jawaharlal Nehru, India's Prime Minister. One person among the patients, the mental hospital, among the patients shouted and laughed. You will be cured. Your disease will be cured. I was Mahatma Gandhi when I came here. But he said he was Mahatma Gandhi. Now I am not suffering from that disease. What is the basic of the story? When we think something as we are, really, which is not our personality. When we think something is, some other person is our real personality, it is not mental health. This is the happening all over the world. People think they are their personality. That is basically wrong. It is not a real sanity. Understand? Try to understand. And when we think we are personality or our mask, we are connected to unreal thing, not a real face. When we understand something unreal as unreal, then only we can approach the real. When we understand something as unreal, then only we can approach real. The point is, in spirituality, we have to seek and find spiritual masters and find to seek our inner real personality. Before that, every talk is just blunder. One more small episode, then we will conclude the class. When Gautam Buddha, Buddha's time, 500 years before Christ, he was a prince in a big kingdom. Shuddhodana was his father, Yashodhara wife. One day he left the place and an astrologer told Buddha's father, he will leave the place one day. He will leave the place one day. So the king had arranged all kind of comforts in the palace. All kind of comforts in the palace. He has gathered so many beautiful girls around the world to dance before this man. But he one day renounced everything and escaped. After 12 years, he reached to the palace. After becoming an enlightened person, enlightenment, realizing real center of a person is called enlightenment. When he reached the house, the wife approached him and asked him, why you were torturing us? 12 years we were weeping and suffering. Why is it? You told now. You told us now. You have found some truth wandering somewhere. Is it possible to find that truth in the palace itself? There is space. You have told about meditation, Dhyanam. Is it possible here? Then Buddha said it was not the problem. I was a personality here, a great prince. To escape from that personality, I left the palace. Buddha said. A personality is really a mask. It is only our doings, but our real center is called being, B-A-N-G, being or satta. We have to leave unreal things in order to approach real things. For this, we have to find ways. There's no need to hear ready-made answers about our real center. The first thing is understand that personality and doings are outer things and not inner things. Then we can leave that unreal thing. Then our mind, our consciousness will turn towards us. Think about all these things. Always think. Christ has told us, Krishna has told us, Muhammad has told us, there is a deep personality in us. Ishvara sarva bhudanam hridesha arjuna tishtadi. God or divine power dwells in the heart of all living beings. Divine power dwells at the heart of all living beings. Heart, our inner center. Jesus said, Kingdom of God is within you. Same. Krishna, Jesus, Muhammad, all these people are same. If we are going deep. But this class is liked by so many people, especially when there is a truth in you. I think there are truths in the personality of all friends. When there is a truth in you, only you can connect with other truth. Only truth can connect with the truth. I think all the listeners of this class, in their mind, there is a glimpse of truth. That is why you are attending the class. In the coming class, next class is in Malayalam. In the coming classes, we will discuss so many unreal things in our life, and our attention will turn into real things in life. Real things and truths can only give us success, peace of mind, joy, and everything in our life. I expect your loving cooperation. in the class, and I also request to share the class among your friends. Please share the class among your friends. Subscribe the class. Okay? We will be meeting after 2 weeks, and in that class we will discuss things in Malayalam. Okay, namaste.